Willie D Live.
In your opinion, atheists versus, any religion. Like, what is it that atheists believe?
It's not necessarily a belief. It's a. Don't think of it like it's a belief. Think of it like you're unconvinced. Because when you look at the etymology, which means like the root of the words, like atheist is. It's been a while since I've thought about this, but theist is like a deity, and atheist is like non or like lack of, and so it's like non-theist. And so agnosticism is the it's been a while since I talked about this. Agnosticism is the claim to knowledge, and so it's like if I'm agnostic, what you're saying is you can't know either way if there is or if there isn't, right? And so you can be an agnostic atheist. And so when
you're agnostic,
I tend not to like get too caught up in definitions, right? Because a lot of people, when they think atheist, this is what they think, right? You're this, you're that. They compartmentalize you, and so I go off of, okay, how would you categorize this? And I explain my thought process, and if they agree, okay, that's what I am. I don't have any tie to definitions. But what I tell people is, like, if I was to tell you, like, let's say, I heard a great analogy. Let's say this bottle was filled with jelly beans, right? And I would say, Willie, this bottle is full to the top of jelly beans, and there's an even number of jelly beans in there. Would you believe me?
I absolutely would.
Okay. For the sake of the argument, let's say you were not sure.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You would, and I would say absolutely, like, this has even number of jelly beans in there. What would you say?
You trip.
Would you believe me? You'd be like,
you trip.
Yeah, because there's a possibility of odd, right? It's either even or odd, right? Mm-hmm. It's an analogy to show you that we understand that there's jelly beans in here, but your knowing of even or odd, there's no way you could know unless you actually sit down and count. And so you just don't take my word that there's even. And so when you liken that to a deity, I'm not saying that there isn't a God. I'm saying there's no way of knowing. I remain unconvinced. Some people have said it's enough for them. I want to lay out the jelly beans and let's count them. I live my life like there isn't. But if there is, cool. I'm not against it. I know there's a lot of picketing sign atheists, and that's not me. I honestly don't really care. I like I said, I remain unconvinced. A lot of people feel very emotional and influenced by a higher power, which I can't relate to, but I respect. And so that's just not my experience. And so I just remain unconvinced.
You ever lost a game and the team players be like, one of your teammates be like, yeah, we lost because we got Lucifer over here.
Nah.
They'll try to blame the loss on you.
Nah. That'd have been funny as shit, though. That'd have been funny as shit.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. You know, we can go all day, man, but, man, it's been wonderful to sit down with you, man, and chop it up.
Always.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arian Foster, you dig what I'm saying?
Much love.
Bobby Fino, hey, man, so you said that right now there's no plans to put out a new album?
I'm working on stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to curate it in a way that I'll like it enough to put it out.
Are you still doing Twitch?
Not really, no.
You don't jump on it?
Nah.
Yeah.
I got a podcast with Barstool Sports. It's pretty cool. It's more tailored to, like, it's what me and it's a bunch of white folks. It was originally supposed to be me and this dude named PFT, but he invited a bunch of other people on. And sometimes it gets kind of like, you know, white humor is different, man. White humor is like a lot of, like, I don't know, like bro-y, like frat jokes and shit like that, like, which I be calling them out on. But it's like it's a different vibe where I think sometimes it's really dope because we explore, like, like different conspiracy theories, and we'll break them down, and we'll talk about like the facts of it or whatever the case may be. So it gets pretty dope.
That's dope. That's dope. And obviously they can just, wherever they get their podcast at, they can
It's called macro dosing.
What's the name of the podcast?
It's called macro dosing.
Macro
dosing. Yeah, you just type in my name with macro dosing, it'll pop up if you're interested.
Man, I want to ask you about that namaste bow you used to do after you scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. How'd you come up with that?
I remember I scored like 3 touchdowns my rookie year, and I don't remember why, but I was sitting with my brother, and he was like, "Yo, you need like a signature touchdown, like because I grew up on like LT, Danny Thompson. He used to have that little thing. He used to flip the ball." And I was like, I need this like a signature, something signature. And so at the time, I was never really like flamboyant as far as like dancing, and that was never my style. And so I just wanted something that was kind of like humble and like showed my my gratitude towards it all, because coming from where I came from, and being undrafted and all that shit, it was just all like I appreciated it all, and so I found a gesture that kind of encapsulates that feeling. And I was taking yoga at the time, and they say that at the end of every yoga session. And it just means delight in me honors delight in you, or the God in me honors the God in you. And it's kind of like my, appreciation to the game, appreciation to everything that has made this whole thing happen. And so it's just like a grateful gesture that, in the midst of one of the most ego-driven sports, at the end, it's me saying I appreciate it.
Yeah. We appreciate you, man.
Much love.
Adrian Foster, fam.
Yep.
No more talk.